Welcome to another pick a card. So I was inspired by Annabelle. She's someone that has won a free reading with me with the giveaways, and she had just posted on her Instagram. I can't believe no one was Hope. I think it was Faith and Hope, or Believe in Hope. I can't remember what they were, but kind of made me think about the rocks. I've had these for years. I love these rocks, and it made me think about mine. So I was just like, I haven't done a pick a card in a while, so let's do one. I know a lot of us have been in this dark energy, so let's get some channel messages from Spirit. Some cards also fell out, so we're gonna go to Hope, Believe, and Faith. So if you're not interested in the channel messages, if you're not interested in the cards that have fallen down here, then I will timestamp where the first card for Hope is drawn, then Believe, and then Faith, and then you can sit there and fast forward to those, whichever one you're drawn to. So I'm going to start with channel messages right now. So Spirit is talking about patience, and a big exclamation mark, patience. They're saying, what's the rush? Chill, have fun, watch movies, grow your business. Things are moving behind the scenes. You will be happy. You'll be happy you waited. I think a lot of us are very impatient. I'm one of them. And it's you'll be happy you waited. I keep telling myself that. Remember last time I rushed and I sat there and I said, it wasn't time to move. I should have stayed where I was, and I sat there and I rushed and I wasted money moving, and it's just damn, I should have just sat down and just had several seats and just realized it wasn't time to move. So they're talking about that there's love entering into some of our lives. They're saying he will have a great smile. So they're saying that 2020 someone's going to enter in our life. They're saying money. They just said money. Then they said long line of money. No more worries. So I'm not sure if this gentleman will have money or what it pertains to, but they just said he'll have a great smile, and then all of a sudden money came forward, and then they said a long line of money. And they're saying time, the actual physical time, is a prisoner. And it is very much a prisoner. Because we sit there and it's we get up at a certain time, got to get to the kids to school at a certain time, get to our job at a certain time. So they're saying time is a prisoner. So they're saying take life by the balls. Now they're talking about people that are I guess, under scrutiny for the weight, or they're gone to the doctor and they're you need to lose some weight. And they're saying do it 1 pound at a time. It will come off just 1 pound at a time. They're also saying you're more active than they think, than your doctor thinks. You're more active than people think. And they're just Spirit is giving some nice compliments here. They're saying you wear your weight well. So Spirit is now changing, saying there's a time for change. So they're talking about dating. They're specifically saying May 27th. And then they specifically said the month of April and May, life-changing for the positive. Then they said marriage. This is someone that I've known a very long time. They're talking about her and her longtime partner getting married. They're talking about an unexpected baby. I believe this is going to be for the teens. An unexpected baby here. I don't know why Spirit brought this up, but they're saying Big Brother Canada winner. I'm a fan of Big Brother. I'm a fan of Big Brother Celebrity, Big Brother Canada. But I don't know why they brought this up. They said Big Brother Canada winner. Okay. So then they showed me an 8-ball. So I don't know if this was a magic 8-ball or this is a pool ball, the 8-ball. But it was a black 8-ball. But you know how you can get those ones where you can shake and ask the future? They were showing me that. So they're talking about the teen pregnancy that's unexpected. They're saying that the male will stand up and take care of the family. Be a great dad. He'll be a great dad. It's not the point, but it's just saying don't underestimate him. So then they showed me a single whale. So I don't know if this is. It looks like a tattoo from what I can see. This is a single orca. I believe it is. They're saying family will grow and grow. They're saying the numbers have diminished, but now they're saying the family is going to start growing. And I tell the kids this, that we're like the whales, where they stay as a pod for their whole lives. The only time someone leaves the pod is if, God forbid, something happens and they get hit by a ship, or, they get infection or something because they get attacked by a shark or something like that. But they're saying they very much stay as a family, as like a herd, until, it's their time to no longer be a part of this earth. So they're saying you're making your pod. So they're saying a lot of people have left the family. Now you're going to start growing your pod again. So your family is going to get big. Let's see if I missed anything. I don't believe I have. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the cards. So I'm trying to look at the way they fell out here. So, okay. So the Hermit reversed in the Game of Thrones is one of the first cards that fell out. I'm just trying to look at the piles, how the way I pulled, to make sure I'm reading the cards in the sequence that they came out. So the first card that fell out was the Hermit. So solitude, spirituality, truth, reflection, wisdom, self-healing journey. So it's like with the Hermit, we're kind of reflected on the past. I'm very much in this energy of the passing of my late husband. And it's like kind of reflecting on, what the events that transpired, that took place, and, the people that are there for this, the people that weren't. So it's kind of reflecting and healing in some sense. They're talking about the third eye. So you may feel like your third eye is more with you. You might feel like, more insight at this time, because at that time you were in shock. So the card of spiritual journey. So they're saying enter the minds of animals and humans, so kind of like empathy. They're saying has the sight, vision of the past, present, and future. So they're talking about the raven that has this, the third-eyed raven that has this communication with Bran. I feel like a lot of us have that relationship with God, and when it's like, the teaching hours, that we have that communication. Visionary, yeah, you're gonna end up being a visionary. So the Hermit travels a lonely path. He has hope and light to guide him, symbolized by the lantern, very much shining light on his situation. Like I said, like myself, dealing with what I did, and like I'm outside, shoveling the snow because we're having a snowstorm right now, February 27th, and I'm like, God gave me this shovel. Like I'm sitting there, like this shovel to even through the shit pile that was dumped on in front of me, that I had to clean up after the passing of Shane. It's just like God gave me the shovel. It gave me the strength to shovel through the shit and get to where I am now. Sometimes we do have to shovel through the shit to get to the path that we want to be. And it's like, I appreciate that. No matter what has happened, God has never left us. And I'm very appreciative of that. So they're saying, talk about following his calling to the truth. Very much so. When you sit there and you start believing Spirit, the more you believe, I believe this is your passion. Like, honest to God, the last time I felt this passionate about obviously is my children, my faith, but nothing has never compared to this, to being a surrogate and being a medium, an empath, an intuitive, like a clairvoyant. It's like nothing has ever gave me this fulfillment as doing this. So I'm very, very lucky and blessed to be doing this. Basically, yeah, discovering the truth. So IX stands for oneness, intensity, and realization. So we have the Hermit in reverse. So there's also talk about additional meanings, giving or receiving mentoring. I do mentor a lot of people. So in the reverse card reveals isolation, a time of solitude that is unwelcome or unexpected. Support is still available to you. Welcome the opportunity to reflect, then approach those who can help you move forward. We were talking about this when I did the Friday's daily tarot card reading, that some relationships, for some reason, have abruptly left our lives, and it's like there was no closure, there was no conclusion. It was just separated. So they're like, there's a season and a reason for this, and try not to take it too much to heart. So the next card that fell down was the Five of Spears. So it's like everybody's trying to show off their skills, like showing off how how what their abilities are. Very much in the healing world or any kind of world that there's competition. So they're saying the 5 shows test, often difference of opinion. You'll need presidents to win and perhaps even to be heard. It is important that you present your case inequality. At home, too, you may be dealing with strong personalities and find it hard to tell your side of the story. On the upside, there are skirmishes, not serious battles. So they're just saying these are little spurts. You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously, the relationships that are supposed to sustain in your life will. Those people that are meant to stay in your life will always stay in your life. So, I believe, I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, the Enchanted Forest deck. I've never done this in a pick a card before. So the 2 of Challenges, kind of self-reflection here. We're trapped in this maze in the forest. So the 2 of Challenges is calling for us, that they're telling us you can no longer go further on this path. He's got that bush in front of him and the mirror there. Until you take a long look at yourself. Stop being in denial about your own faults and failings. Stop distracting yourself to avoid facing the truth. You'll make better progress when you are clear about your true intentions. So, a meeting at a glance, stalemate, inability to compromise, a pause of contention. So they're saying maybe some of us feel stuck, and they're saying you can't move forward until you change, until you admit your faults. And that's a big part of being mature and growth, is admitting your faults. That's why I always urge people, when you have a bad day and you kind of take your day out on people that you love, to make sure that you apologize for those. So the Fool was the first card that fell from the Astrology Answers Tarot deck. And the Fool is new beginnings, starting over again. And I truly believe that that's where we are. We're at this new beginning here. When the Fool arrives in your reading, then know that you are on the precipice of a new beginning or new experience. So maybe this is dating again, or, having people removed from your life is giving you more solitude to concentrate on projects. You know what I mean? In this experience, you will throw back all that has been holding you back thus far. This could be fear, worry, or doubt. The Fool says, go on your journey. This is what life is about. Whatever your new beginning is, the Fool wants to embrace it with the same way as a child embraces their first day of school. So we were talking about how time is a prison, just basically kind of throwing that to the wind. Get lost in your project, they're showing me. Like, you're going to be, this project that you've been trying to do, they're saying when you start it, it's like you won't be able to put it down. It's going to keep flowing. I love this card. 10 of Cups. Some of us might be finding a new home. We have some water here, so maybe if reflective of the water signs. So it's very much that happy life. Like, everything is where you want it to be. Like, everything you've ever imagined is where you want to be. It's like life is so good. And it's like, you know what? Enjoy that. Enjoy it. You deserve it. You worked so hard for it. So the 10 of Cups signifies happy times and happy couple. If you are worried about love when you see this card, don't be. You have everything your heart desires, or you will very soon. There is great joy ahead, and all of the people you want to be around you to celebrate. As this card represents a complete cycle, you may be moving to the next level in your relationship, getting married, attending a wedding, or becoming involved in something that will bring sheer joy and bliss. Don't question it, enjoy it. So an opportunity that you weren't even looking for. Just like Spirit said, there's things going on in the background that you're not aware of. You may be sitting there saying, what the heck is going on here? So, I can't remember which card I pulled first here. Well, they fell out. I think they fell together. But I believe it was the Shaman card. So they're talking about a death. So this is not a death in the physical sense. This is death in a spiritual sense of a new beginning, just like the Fool card. So this is just a confirmation of a new beginning. So this may be a new beginning as a shaman. Some of you are getting that spiritual awakening that we've been talking about. Because as you see that she has, I'm not sure if this is fruit it looks like, but it's just starting to open. So they're talking about March 28th, I believe, as an earth offering, a Mother Earth offering. I'm going to write that down. So I can put it on my calendar when I'm done. March 28th. Because, when we do our candle magic, it's 2020. So March 20th, 2020. So then we have air. Talk about air signs. Imagination. I kind of love this sign because I was going to get this when I do my in-person readings and saying the witch is in. It looks exactly like that. I love that. So you're being blown in a different direction as you see the gentleman in the clouds. You're being blown in this magical direction. They're changing your direction. Things are changing in direction. Air signs is, if I'm not mistaken, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, we're in Aquarius season 2, funny enough. We're being blown in a different magical direction. I love that. Love that. Okay, so now with all the channel messages done, so we have hope as your first choice, believe, and faith. So I'm going to time stamp these, so that way if you're not interested in channel messages, if you're not interested in the cards, that's totally up to you. If you want to see what, because we are starting March, if you want to see what the March forecast for 2020 may project for you, I do have that in my playlist. You could just scroll through that. It'll be, it'll be in so many sections. So I believe it's January, February, March. So the first video projections will be March. So I'm just going to move the other cards out of the way, and we'll start with hope. So immediately as I'm moving the cards over, and Spirit is saying, believe in yourself. The people that have chosen hope, Spirit is telling you to believe in yourself. So this is hope. I've had these for so long. I don't know why it did not dawn on me to use them, but... So I got a mixed bag here of like love cards and oracle cards and, guidance. So our first card is playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun, to shine. So very much like that teenage, honeymoon stage of a relationship. They're saying get back to that. Why not? Like when you're a teenager and you were like, running around in love. Lord God. Masculine. So I'm just going to show that. Well, since he's playing the pipes, I kind of feel like singing spiritual songs. Like I do hymns every Shabbat. We do hymns every day, like prayers. I love the singing of the prayers, but it's I'm not sure. Maybe there's a calling to God. There's a lot of spiritual callings lately. Don't let your past hold you back. South nod. So very much like we're dealing with this friendship that has come to an ending. Some of us are dealing with some sort of bereavement in our life of like a friendship coming to an end or a relationship coming to an end or actual physical passing of someone. So give yourself time to reflect that, just like the hermit. And, maybe you may see things from a different perspective now because time has come past. They're saying some enlightenment maybe shine onto it from that we didn't see while we were in this shock. In this numbness, but they're saying a new light will be shone on the situation. Okay, so the the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles deal with money. Knight of Pentacles. So this could be a gentleman entering into your life with money, and we were talking about that long line of money. I'm not sure if the two of them tied in together because it was like they talked about him saying he'll have a nice smile, and they were showing me someone that had a nice smile. An actor that I have a crush on. And then it was just like a long line of money. When the Knight of Pentacles arrives, know that you will meet a knight who wants to make your dreams come true for a very long time to come. This is very similar to the Knight of Cups with a more practical tone. Where the Knight of Cups is dreamy and romantic, there for the long time, the Knight of Pentacles is more practical and reliable. This guy you call when your tire is flat. He will help you out even when without even blinking. In love, this means you're likely involved with a wealthy man or female who help you find stability, secure home life you crave. Funny enough, that's what Spirit was talking about. I love that. In work or money, situations, this card says news is on the way that is going to improve your situation for some time to come. So I'm just going to see, okay, earth signs, okay, because I was about to ask that. So they're talking about young male energy with 18 to 35. Oh no, earth signs. I kind of feel like I'm on different paths from people that age. But Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this may be a younger person coming into your life. If you're not in that age group. Clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. So we have inspection coming up. That's kind of funny that this card comes up, and it's just like tidy up, just get like make it presentable. I have a feeling they're going to be coming, so listen to your intuition here, get everything, organized and done. Listen to your intuition here, very much so. And it's like, they're saying it's coming. So just be prepared so you don't feel so overwhelmed when it does happen. So Weaver of Boons is kind of like a female shaman. This is from the Enchanted Forest deck. I really absolutely love this deck. Honest to God. So I usually don't read the stories for the Weaver of Boons because a lot of you said that it was just it makes it longer. But this Weaver of Boons is very much a healer of the spiritual and of the body. She uses Mother Earth's what do they call it, Mother Earth offerings, burnt offerings. Just basically what the earth offers her. That they don't believe in anything except like Mother Earth, which is totally fine. But her magic is earth-centered. And this is someone you seek out. Like, she knows exactly what you need. Visit her cottage. The aura of peace and plenty embrace you. She treasures both the wilderness and the woods and the beauty of her well-tended garden. Very earth-like. She walks barefoot, like very much that hippie energy. She's preserved, nurturing, and healer, feeding both body and spirit with motherly love. So I know who this represents to me, an aunt. If this card does not represent a particular person, it can indicate the need for some common sense, and offering to comfort and care, or they're talking about a monetary windfall. So they're talking about money coming in. So if you picked Hope, they're talking about a small little influx of money. Earthly sensuality, a merry nature, motherly, a generous heart ground in practicality, protective of family and community. So this represents an aunt to me. So maybe she'll, come into my life with some sort of money. I highly doubt that, but you never know. But they're saying if this may represent someone in your life, so there might be connected to her, you may experience some sort of short-term windfall. Ace of Cups. So if you asked the Hope and you picked Hope for a question, your answer is yes. But this is like the Ace of Cups to me is like unity, like a marriage. They keep saying delayed. They keep saying this is going to be delayed, a marriage. Beginnings, love, creativity, flow, healing. Emotions are suppressed or run out of control. So you may feel blocked, neglected, or overwhelmed, or new love or projects don't progress. They're talking about this as kind of like a bridezilla. She's getting overwhelmed with the details of the wedding and losing focus of what this actually is about. Don't worry about the details. Don't worry about anything else. I think you need to break this down to the bare bones and simplify it to what you both enjoy, what brought you both together in the first place, which is love and family, and break it down to the bare bones to that. I think very much eloping would be a good idea, and having a big celebration with the family, like a big bonfire and everybody coming together and, celebration. I don't feel like you need to have this elaborate wedding. Like, who are you trying to impress? Like, that's not even who you are anymore. So it's just like, who cares what social media thinks of it? It's what matters to you two. Because at the end of the day, the two of you are putting your head down at night, looking at each other, and falling asleep. This is a celebration of love, of two becoming one. So as much as you two have been two, as much as you've been one as a family, for a family unit for so long, and finally it just makes things different. It's just like, that you took that step. I know it's just a piece of paper, but it's like, making that decision, it's huge. It really is huge. And legally, like, especially with children, it helps. But they're saying that this is like, this is an unbreakable bond. That's what they're saying. Unbreakable love, unbreakable bond. So don't worry about who you're trying to impress. Is exactly what they're saying. Often the reverse, the ace reflects imagined insecurity about the future, as the cup can suddenly overturn, so this situation can right itself. So as much as it's reversed, like they're saying, there may be a delay. If we actually get back to where we want to be, it can flip itself over and be a positive. And you see the water flowing into it there. Your cup will run over. They're saying this is a spiritual unity. You guys were married in a previous life, it feels like. They're saying you guys were always meant to be together. So community. So maybe some of, like we were talking about this, friendships falling apart. Some people are I feel like that a lot of people are badgering you to be part of the wedding. And maybe it's just to be they want to be part of that, they want to be part of it just for being part of it. It's not like they're not even a part of it for the right reason. They just want to be in the pictures and in the limelight because of the social circle. They're trying to show others that they're better than everyone else, and it's like you're there for the wrong reasons. Connected with kindred spirits. If you are going to decide to go with the big wedding, then it's like pick the people that have been there for the longest. Those people that are the ride and dies. Not the ones that are there for the wrong reasons. This card reverse indicates feelings of isolation and perhaps loneliness. Very much like the Hermit card. There may be a recent disconnect with old associations or even with dissolution of some wider partnerships. This may result in feelings of loss and grief, but take heart. It is often the case that as you shift your energy into a higher vibration, you may find that you no longer resonate with old acquaintances the way you used to. If that is the case, it may be time to move on and on to more resonant associations. So, as you're growing yourself, and maybe some people are more about the money, and you're more about you're more about others, like, earthly means or spiritual means. It's just maybe you guys are just outgrown the relationship. We keep talking about this. Let yourself network in ways that react your higher intentions. Meditation groups, classes, group clubs, and the like are all places you can meet new acquaintances that are in close harmony to you. You needn't allow your isolation to continue. You may take some conscious effort on your part, but now is the time to reconnect, network, and gain the sense of support that you are looking for. I also feel, though, with this isolation for Hope, that there's a project you want to get done. And it's like, the community, these people that you're leaving behind were taking up a lot of your time. And that's not a bad thing, because I feel like it was a true friendship. I feel on your part. But it's like, I feel like they're done with that now. It's like, they know that you're never going to click the same way that... I don't know how to word that. I feel like they tried to show you who they were, and it's like, you are like, that's not who I am, and they're just like, well, peace out, kind of thing. So that's fine. They kind of ghosted you, basically, which is kind of childish, but whatever. Believe is our next group. So put believe up here. So they're telling you to believe in your spirituality. So maybe your spirituality is taking a backseat here. Love yourself first. Your first respect makes you more romantically attractive. And we've been talking about this by Spirit telling us to sit there, and it's like you've always put someone else before you. Ooh, get shot with Cupid's arrow. They're like, sexy time. I love when Spirit tries to sit there and make jokes. Sexy time. But it's just like, they're saying a long sought after love. Ooh. Reconnection, they're saying. Okay, homeland, foundation. Yep, building a strong foundation. Okay, now I know what I was going to say. By loving yourself, like when I told you making that decision where we usually put others before ourselves, and it's like, how many times are we going to keep going back to this? Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. I pulled this for the Mercury retrograde. Prosperity lies ahead. That's what I feel like, even if though this friendship has taken a back seat, it feels like. I don't think it's over. I think it's just taking a back seat. The world. Very nice. I just feel like it's going to give you more of that time that you need, especially with the time that's coming up, with March break coming up for many of us. It's just like, I think this is the time you need. And I feel like it's like you enjoyed that time. It's going to give you that time to be creative again. It's like, take care of those priorities that you need to take care of. But, start working on that. Honestly, I think, like I said, once you start working on it, it's like you're going to get lost in it, and you're just going to, like they said, time is kind of like a prisoner, but it's just like, I don't know, you're going to lose yourself in it. In a positive way. Okay, so the meaning of the World card is that you are reaching a point in your day or situation where all things are truly coming full circle. In love, this card means that an engagement or new beginning is not possible but inevitable. We were talking about marriage too. A marriage or proposal or a brand new step in your journey is here. The same applies in a work or career situation. Your work may take you somewhere into the world or connect you with foreign people or events. Or you may take a role with foreign matters. The four fixed signs are represented in this card: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. One of these fixed signs could be key to the world in this situation as well. The message here: stay committed and fixated on your goals like these signs do, and success is just around the corner. This is the end of a cycle. We keep getting that end of a cycle, guys, so it feels like we're all moving forward. And signified completion of one journey and the beginnings of another, all new, exciting ones. When you see this card in your day, know that the world is definitely your oyster at this time. Everything you have been working for is about to happen. Enjoy it. Very, very, very nice. That's what I'm saying. Even though the friendship has come to an end, it's like, I think it's like a timeout kind of thing. I feel like you need to be isolated right now. I feel like this happened on purpose. So outdoors. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. That's very much what I was like, I'm going to shovel the snow out off the porch so when the plow comes they can just take it. And I don't have to worry about it in the morning because we have, obviously, Shabbat. 9 of Spells. So she's out in the woods. And you see those crazy eyes in the woods. Ooh, very ominous. But I feel like they can't touch you with this big circle of light around you. It very much reminds me of the Weaver card that we had. So just like I was saying, the 9 of Spells, this is a witch. She goes out into the woods. And it's like, ooh, who dare goes out in the woods where they're like, there's wild beasts and other witches outside. So she does this to call upon her fellow allies to help her in a situation because she feels like there's other witches that are out to hurt her. So we see that circle around her feet. So she's summoning a circle around her so people will sit there and take table salt, and they'll put, around their property as protection to, ward off bad spirits. So again, this is what she's doing. She's saying, which keeps danger at bay. She's summoning all her powers to take command of this situation. So if she feels like she's under attack, so it's very much like I say every night, we say this powerful archangel prayer where we're calling upon Archangel Michael and the other archangels to protect us, and while we sleep, and it's the same thing. But some people actually feel like doing the physical salt is more visual to them as that protection. This card signifies that you have everything you need to accomplish your intention. You have the skills, the experience, and the maturity, and the most important of all, they will make it happen. No one can stand in the way of your success now. Mark out your territory. It's time to bring forth your full potential of power. That's why I feel like some people were removed from your life right now, because it's like you're coming into your full potential of power. Mastery of inner gifts, mature power, defense against the dark. I feel like, maybe that you guys didn't have the same energies, and that's okay. Yours is more light energy, theirs is more dark energy. Not saying anything bad about them, but it's just like that's who they choose to be. And that's fine. It's totally fine. So we have the Empress in the reverse from the Game of Thrones deck. I'm just looking for the book here. That's the only bad thing when you have so many tarot decks, you lose your books. Or they're so small you can't find them. So 3, right near the beginning, and we're talking about new beginnings. Fertility, creativity, authority, abundance, peace. She embodies the qualities of the warrior mother, who's fiercely nurturing and protects what is hers. We will take back what was stolen from us and destroy those who wronged us. Ooh, sounds like me. So also represents freedom. Birth a new social order. So you will turn the world upside down in the name of freedom and the betterment future. So signify creation. So if you identify with the fact that you stand up for the people that are belittled, you stand up for those people that are wronged. You're the voice for those that don't have a voice. So this is like the kind of empowerment, powerful warrior that this embodies. Finances improve is an additional meaning to this card. In the reverse position, the Empress reveals in balance in relationship and finance. You or a person close to you may need to be less controlling, and money needs managing. Greater projects may fester because of you feel blocked. I don't feel like it's feel blocked. I feel like it's more of the time. That's why I feel like this isolation is. Funny enough, the Empress is in this card too. 6 of Spears. I feel like that's why some people left your life, and they're welcome it, because it's going to give you that time for that project that you've been wanting to do. I feel like you kind of got taken away from that, and it's time to put your energy into it. So 6 of Spears, success, acknowledgement, prizes, self-confidence. We have this in the reverse as well. Rewards are delayed with a 6 reverse, but be patient. And that was something that Spirit said. Be patient. While you wait, you may discover alternative ways to make progress. The reverse card can also suggest that you're overly sensitive to others' opinions just now. Yeah, especially if you're an empath, you take everything so personally. The world, again. Positive confirmation with the world. For those people that chose believe. Expansion, opening up. The man in the picture is looking out over the bay, so water signs. above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and complete some much broader options. Contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. I believe that this is where some of us are being taken. Is no longer are we've answered the call of the earthly realm, understanding and trusting where our intuition and guides are guiding us, and now they're taking us beyond. So now there's like, you're ready for beyond. So buckle up. That's why I believe meditation is being called for a lot right now. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through internet or social marketing. Drawing this card, you also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Oh, I love that. So, magician in the mirror. So finding the balance. Also enjoying who the person you've become. Like I said, we had that decision where it was like we always put these people before us. And it's like one realization that just happened to me today is like, you know how many times we've set ourselves back because of that? You don't actually realize that. You sit there and you help people out of the goodness of your heart because we're taught to be good people. When people are down, we try to help everyone out. And it's like, do you realize how much you set yourself back because of that decision? Even though you're trying to be a good person and do the best you can, it's like you've set yourself back. So no more. We're standing up for ourselves. We're no longer allowed to be set back. Knowing and using your true power. This card upright represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the magician's left hand is the flame of passion and action, and the right hand is the vortex of water, light, of reflection. This highly beneficial card is telling you that you are the magician, and within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit, the water and the energy of yang, and the power of spirit of clarity and thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together, they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands behind the magician, reflecting the outer world representation to your choices to use or dismiss the true power that you have. And we were told when we pulled the heart, which is the white buck card in the Enchanted Forest deck, it's like we're going to have allies and we're going to have enemies. And it's like, you know what? Don't allow those negative forces to win. You keep going. Like that white buck said, I'm going to be by your side. And you think about how beautiful his antlers are, but also he uses antlers to protect himself. So he's going to protect you, fiercely protect you. When you receive the magician upright, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life. And just as the alchemist turns base metal into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. This is true in every area of your life. Claim your power, embody your intuition in your heart and your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the midst of the future will clear into brilliant reality. We're finally standing up for ourselves. So you're finally going to see, by standing up for yourself, what would happen if you would have done this with myself is 5 times. That I've sat there more than that. But it's just like, you know what I mean? They're like, let's say no this time and see what happens. They're like, put yourself first. Because how many times have we delayed ourselves now because of this? No more. We're no more allowing people to be, allowing that to happen. Take advantage of you. Our last pile is faith. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking. The steps you guided to take. Very much taking that first step in love. Maybe you feel the attraction between the both of you. So, they're telling you to make the first step. Hearth. Homecoming. So kind of like a reunion. They're saying home is where the heart is. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is for the faith group. So moving forward, very much like a new beginning. Wheel of Fortune. From the Astrology Answers to Master Tarot deck. So I feel like everybody, any choice you made, all of us are going to be on a new. We're all entering this new beginning. It's just saying Trav is a tricky fucker. It is. The Wheel of Fortune arrives in your tarot as a reminder that the planet of luck, Jupiter, is on your side. So March 1st is actually when Jupiter will be at its fullest, because Saturn is now moving out of Capricorn. And that's when Jupiter is being able to, they're showing me, like, they're like shaking Jupiter like it's salt. And it's sprinkling down on everybody. The Wheel of Fortune also has symbolism rich in the fixed signs of the zodiac. So you may also get a message pertaining to one of the fixed signs. Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Aquarius, Aries, my gosh, or Taurus. When the Wheel of Fortune arrives in your day, it is a very optimistic wave of Jupiter's magic wand. I also said when I did my forecast for the Mercury retrograde, Taurus will feel a huge windfall here. So, everybody, it keeps coming out. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. It's also a good omen to see the Wheel of Fortune as your luck is truly taking a turn. It's the most positive and beneficial way. All of your karma is coming back to you, and you can expect good news when the Wheel of Fortune arrives. This is not something you have to do. No action is required on your part. Rather, this is something that is happening to you as an external event that changes things in your favor, and expect things to happen quickly when it does. So, a very beneficial one. So Taurus, I'm so glad I did that Mercury retrograde, because they kept saying Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I'm really happy about that. So patience, exactly what the channel meant. That was the first thing out of the channel messages. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, there needs nurturing and patience. And that's what their spirit was saying when we got the channel messages. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you don't realize. Maybe you're not watering ideas like she's watering the flowers there, but they're oh, the weight hurt. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite card in the Enchanted Forest deck. So some of you are going to go into a new journey. What they were talking about, the Wheel of Fortune, and this young gentleman is going to guide you. He's going to fiercely protect you. I love this card. And when you come out of this forest, this enchanted forest, you're not going to be the same person you were. If you like movies, check out Frozen 2. This very much plays into this. So the hurt is actually 0, which is the flow, which is a restart, like the new beginning again. We keep getting new beginnings in every single one. So it invites you to the enchantment. So you're going to be called to follow it. So you're following your intuition. This is a pure heart, which is a pure heart. So they're going to explore the unknown and uncharted. Mysteries awaiting you, according to your soul's needs for its journey. There's surprises around every bend and in the wildland path. So this beautiful white buck is going to open a portal into the wild, and your wild heart responds. Step forward through the swirly mist into the realm of apple and oak. The first step into the force must be taken on your own. So they're not going to force you to do this. This is very much your own. So they're saying that this is traditionally name of the mysterious card, but in traditional tarot, it's the Fool. It symbolizes the start of a new adventure that is undertaken with a pure and innocent heart. And that's one thing I love about the Enchanted Forest deck. They always tell you to do everything with a pure heart. Because if you don't, it will backfire. Very much a new beginning, accepting the invitation, going forward with trust. The journey begins. Follow your instincts, but you have to make this choice on your own. The white heart is not going to sit there and bite you in your butt and tell you to go. You have to do this on your own. The devil. So very much like the white heart is telling you, they're saying cut the chains that bind you and move forward with a pure heart. He's going to protect you. You don't have to fear. They're saying no fear here. There's no fear. Don't fear. So with I was talking about Frozen 2, it's like that missing element. And Michael's so sweet. He's like, the missing element is love, Mom. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. So temptation, addiction, power, anger, lust, excessive materialism. So they're saying there's a beast in every man. But there's a beast in all of us. We all have that devil in us. And it's like, certain things stir that up in us, like jealousy and envy. Yeah, so it's like those controlling chains. We have to break those controlling chains. So fear actually stands in your path. The devil reveals an arrangement, moral obligation or relationship that restricts you. The card also stands for materialism and ego. So it can mean feeling enslaved by work or debt, or negative people draining your energy or bank account. It's also the card of addiction or substances, sex, illicit affairs, or a partner of victimization. Whatever gives you short-term refuge or pleasure, but is ultimately damaging. You can, however, be free from this situation. Additional meaning: a binding contract. They're saying you're going to be able to get out of it, though. Be truthful, they're saying, for that contract. Walking away. So some of us are choosing to walk through the gate. We're no longer allowing fear to hold us back. Fear is an obstacle that we put in our way. No one tells us that. When you live out of fear, then you're actually blocking your own destiny. You're blocking the way to your future. So letting go, moving on. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into an unknown future. Very much taking this step into the Enchanted Forest. The card upright reveals there could be a time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you finished with, perhaps a career, goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enchanting, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. So very much with the Wheel of Fortune, the white heart, it's like break those chains that are holding you back. That's what they're saying. We can't make this decision for you. They'll guide you. But they're not going to make the decision for you with the white heart, the Fool. So they're saying break those chains that bind, making the effort. So I feel like you're being tempted to step out and just explore where this new relationship may take you. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of old habits, emotional patterns, or false beliefs. No matter how deeply engaged a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking, relating to yourself and others. Whether in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from old and move forward now. They keep bringing up illusion, though. They're like they're saying don't be eluded. They just brought up false start. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row before. I feel like someone wants to step out of a relationship because I feel like there was someone that's older than them, and I feel like there's someone breathing like this new life into you because they're young and fresh and new, and it's like they're saying don't be eluded. They're saying make sure this is what you really want. If I'm speaking to you, this resonates with you, and it's like you want to, because when you're with someone older and they want to stay home or you want to go out more, make sure this is not just you're feeding your ego here. Make sure this is something that are you ready for that consequence? Because like the white heart tells you, you will have enemies along the way. You'll make some foes, but you'll have some enemies as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this pick a card. I really enjoyed this. I was really inspired by Annabelle. Thank you, Annabelle, for that. I look forward to the first Daily Tarot card on Monday, which will be March. So have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you for the next Daily Tarot card. Have a good one.